It's time for business news with Richard Southern. And Richard, we're continuing to see different trends emerge in the real estate market as a result of the pandemic.
Yeah, we sure are. Good to see you, Maliha. A lot of things going on in that housing market. Hit a kind of a peak in February, kind of softening now. First off, we had a report in from Bank of Montreal today, which kind of confirmed what we suspected we saw during the pandemic, and that's that sales and prices really boomed in the suburbs. The suburbs were red hot housing-wise during the pandemic. Of course, offices closed, they went virtual, and so people were looking for more space, and the Bank of Montreal confirms that there was a big boom in suburban housing purchases and prices during the pandemic. But that was then, and this is now. Higher interest rates are causing a cooling in the housing market, and it's the suburbs and the surrounding regions that are softening the fastest now. Toronto Regional Real Estate Board found that Caledon saw the most significant drop, with home sales there dropping on average 192,000 in May over April. Oakville, currently Canada's priciest housing market, saw a dip of 172,000 for the average sale price, and Ajax a decline of 156K. Downtown Toronto, though, prices barely budged, down to 16,000. So downtown holding up quite well. The suburbs, once hot, cooling a little bit, Maliha.
I think we really needed that cool down. What do you think, Richard?
I mean, it's how much money do you have to have just to get in? An $80,000 down payment for many. It was certainly way too hot. Whether or not this is a real correction, we're going to have to wait and see, though.
For sure, for sure. Now, this I can relate to. Many Canadians are traveling again as pandemic restrictions are eased, but the chaos continues at many of our airports, Richard.
You were just recently through the airport. How did you find the whole situation?
You know what? I was nervous because a lot of people were talking about it, but we kind of flew through. It wasn't that bad. Like, I mean, I went to Hawaii recently, and I went to a couple other places. And I think if you budget the time, and it also kind of depends when you're flying out. Like, we went early in the morning, so we were okay.
Time of day certainly makes a difference, but making headlines on this front today, Maliha, were the security screeners. The union that represents them says that they're going to take a bit of a work to rule action. They're staying on the job, the security screeners at Pearson, but you'll see them wearing their street clothes, no uniforms. This, the union says, is to protest what they say is disrespect from Ottawa. They're looking for higher wages and better working conditions. That is one of the sticking points, one of the choke points at the airport, the security screening lines, which have been mighty long in many cases, Maliha.
For sure. Well, I mean, I think the fact that we are getting more staff, hopefully that will ease it, because I know I've heard some horror stories from other people, frankly, about how long they've been at the airport, and I think it can get really stressful. Now, here's something I don't know much about, Bitcoin. Richard, has Bitcoin bottomed out? There's plenty of uncertainty in the cryptocurrency markets right now.
Yeah, those that didn't bother with it, like perhaps yourself, kind of looking like the smart ones right now, because Bitcoin took a further collapse over the weekend, dropping at one point to $17,000. This is a crypto you could have gotten the other month for $64K. It's been a major sell-off. Cryptocurrencies on a whole have tumbled along with stock markets as investors get rid of riskier assets as interest rates rise. Maliha, experts say there could be another leg lower for crypto, though they say a recovery could take hold if we do see an uptick in the stock market. So a lot of turbulence still when it comes to those always risky digital currencies.
This is why I stick to my debit, my credit, my dollar bills in my wallet, Richard, and that's where I feel safe.
100%. I mean, you always know where your dollar bills are. Crypto, they could be poof gone tomorrow, Maliha.
We don't want that, Richard. We don't want that for all that travel. No, right? Thanks for joining us, Richard. That's business editor Richard Southern.
Thank you.